Hey guys, it's Corey with 10 Best Ones, and today we've decided to review the 5 best options for you. We've ranked these products based on many hours of research and testing, and we've picked the 5 best models. If you'd like to see their price and find out more information, you can check out the links in the description down below. First, we'll discuss what you should look at before buying. Then we'll look at the 5 best picks. To make it easier, we'll include timestamps in the description. Let's get started.
Generally, the size is the biggest thing you need to be careful about when buying a TV. But since we're taking a look at 65-inch TVs, the focus falls on the resolution. The resolution of a TV tells how many pixels are on its screen at any given moment. So the higher the resolution of the TV, the sharper the image, which brings out more details. There are different TV resolutions though. For 65-inch TVs, I don't recommend going lower than 4K resolution, but there are also full HD 1080p TVs out there, but they're becoming rarer every day. You'll also spot 8K TVs nowadays, which are top of the class, but they're not very feasible financially right now, as there's just not enough native 8K content to justify the cost of it. Secondly, high dynamic range. High dynamic range, or HDR, is one of the best features that's come with 4K Ultra HD panels. This feature has delivered amazing colours, better contrast and more peak brightness, which makes the whole watching experience much more pleasing. Nowadays, the standard HDR content is of the HDR10 format, which is rather good, but then again there are better and newer formats, such as the HDR10+, Technicolor Advanced HDR, IMAX Advanced, Dolby Vision, HLG and so much more. It's better to have all these formats available, but only the most expensive TVs deliver all of them. So get what you can for the price you're prepared to pay. Thirdly, panel type. There's a lot of jargon on the TV market these days with a lot of terms, but I'm going to clear up some of the air for you. The 2 major types of TVs out there are LCD and OLED. LCD or LED LCD TVs use light-emitting diodes to lighten up the pretty thin LCD panel and deliver great dynamic lighting. Local dimming makes these TVs pretty attractive, and their superb price range makes them extremely popular for both budget and high-end buyers. OLED TVs, on the other hand, take the local dimming of the LCD TVs and elevate it. The black levels of these TVs are just stunning, and the contrast is much better. But then again, these are much more expensive than the other options.
We are going to start this list with the best budget option that you can get your hands on.
It's generally risky buying a budget 65-inch TV, and I don't recommend it, but there are exceptions to every rule, such as the LG UK 6300. This TV delivers a pretty pleasing performance with tons of sharpness, tons of connectivity ports, nice HDR support and an expanded colour gamut that'll impress even the most nitpicky users. From an aesthetical standpoint, the 65-inch LG UK 6300 is one of the simple and minimally designed TVs out there. It's a utilitarian device that puts functionality first and everything else second. There are 2 pairs of inverted V feet to the device that are on each corner to keep it upright and deliver it stability. The whole TV without the stand measures about 57.8 by 33.6 by 3.5 inches in total. The 3.5-inch thickness is not a lot, but it might be a bother for some users, especially if you want to wall mount this TV. I can state that the bezels around the screen are adequate and not distracting at all. However, those small limitations are expected on this budget price 65-inch TV. On the back of this TV you'll spot the connectivity ports, which are plenty, as the package includes 3 HDMI ports, 2 USB ports, an RF, composite in, Ethernet and an optical out port, which makes this a great package for everyone. This TV, despite being a budget model, is packed with some great features such as the advanced WebOS platform that's the best of its category. Moving on, I can mention that the LG UK 6300 has a beautiful image quality. It's based on an in-plane switching panel with a 3840 by 2160 resolution. It delivers amazing colours with the 99% of the DCI-P3 colour space in HDR content, but the performance was not pleasing with SDR content. However, it handled the upscaling of non-4K content excellently thanks to its Think AI feature. The accuracy of the colours might not be the best in the market, but for the price it's much better than I was expecting.
This next model is the best option for gaming, and I think that this would be a great fit for any type of gamer.
Coming up next on our list, we have another TV from LG, but this time an OLED model, the LG B9. This TV is the cheapest OLED you can get, but it delivers some excellent features and a flawless viewing experience with beautiful colours, tons of detail, great contrast and so much more. While it's not as good in terms of processing as the high-end models, it's still one of the best 65-inch TVs, especially for console gaming. The LG B9 has a pretty similar design to its more high-end sibling, the C9, but that's a good thing, since the C9 has a beautiful design overall. It has very slim bezels around the screen that don't distract you at all from the image. I was most impressed with the trapezoid-shaped stand of the LG B9 that looks amazing overall and keeps the TV standing without any wobble. I should mention that this TV will fit into most living room designs. Also, despite being the cheapest OLED around, the LG B9 has some good build quality. On the back of the TV you'll also see VESA mounting holes for wall mounting if you choose that setup, and I think it's a good option since it has a slim body. Besides the mounting holes, on the back you'll see the connectivity ports, which include 4 HDMI ports, 3 USB ports, CI slot, Ethernet, antenna and optical inputs. With this package you also get the Magic Remote that's one of my favourite remotes out there, since it operates like a magic wand, normal remote and also as a microphone for voice assistant features. The WebOS system also appears here and it does a wonderful job. The LG B9 is based around a 65-inch OLED panel that delivers 4K resolution with all the other goodies that come with OLED panels. I should mention the maximum brightness of this panel on HDR is about 650 nits, which is immensely bright. The colours look pretty pleasing and the image overall looks very vivid. The response time for gaming was rather fast as well, and combined with all the other features, it makes a great companion for your Xbox One X or PS4 Pro.
Next up, we have a model which gives you the best value for your money.
Number 3. TCL 65R625. Like I said in the first entry of this list, the budget 65-inch TVs are always a gamble, but then TCL has managed to surprise us time and time again with its amazing TVs. For that reason, the TCL 65R625 is our best value pick on this list. This TV delivers 4K resolution, a pretty interesting design that's attractive, great colours, plenty of brightness and the superb Roku TV Smart platform. What more could you need? With a few words, I can say that the TCL 65R625 looks pretty sleek and attractive. Despite not costing a small fortune, it looks premium. It has super thin bezels on top and sides and a bit thicker band on the bottom. All rocking a brushed metal finish that gives this TV an industrial look, I've noticed that it comes out as a bit blocky. While it won't fit well into rooms with more classic designs, if you're more into contemporary style, then you'll find yourself right at home. The TV sits on a pair of V-shaped feet that are mounted on each side of the panel, keeping it steady and attractive. On the back of the panel you'll find VESA mounting holes like on most TVs out there for wall mounting. While the thickness might be a bit of a problem for wall mounting, it won't be that bad. On the left hand of the rear part of the TV you'll find the connectivity ports, which include 4 HDMI ports, a USB port, Ethernet, composite video input, an optical audio output and antenna ports. Before moving on, I should talk about the Roku TV platform, which works like a charm combined with the Roku voice remote. The TCL 65R625 delivers a beautiful 4K image with superb HDR support for HDR10, Dolby Vision and hybrid log gamma formats. It amazingly delivered a peak brightness of 1100 nits and a great contrast ratio of 20,000 to 1. It's effectively brighter than last year's model and colour space is much wider and richer. TCL might be a newcomer, but you can't beat its TVs, especially for the price they come at.
This next model has the best looking display out there. So if you like vivid and realistic colors, this one is for you.
In recent years, Sony has outpaced most of its opponents in the TV business, and with the Sony X950G, I can say it's delivered the best image quality. The Sony X950G has been one of the strongest choices when it comes to performance, as it has an upgraded processor, great motion handling, superb upscaling, and so much more going on with it. Let's take a look. The Sony X950G has a very interesting design, most importantly with its speaker placement. It's the company's special acoustic multi-audio feature that employs 2 down-firing speakers and adds 2 more tweeters to the top of the screen right on the rear to emulate a front and center channel that centers the sound and gives a more immersive experience. Of course, the Sony X950G is a good-looking TV as well, with a modern and refined design, thin bezels and narrow metal feet that keep it standing. I should mention that looking at it from the side, the Sony X950G is a bit thick, However, that shouldn't prevent you from wall mounting it. It also has VESA mounting holes for the very same purpose. It has a great selection of ports, including 4 HDMI ports, 2 USB ports, digital optical outputs, Ethernet, 3.5mm port, and a remote IR that completes the package. It has the Android Oreo Smart platform that's pretty much the best iteration and allows for smooth operation. The biggest selling point of the 65-inch 4K Sony X950G is its X1 Ultimate Image Processor that has a dedicated Netflix calibrated mode, which is my absolute favourite. The backlighting is also one of its stronger points, and it delivered a pretty pleasing experience overall. The colours looked marvellous with a wide colour gamut without losing any accuracy. Sony has unquestionably done some of the better jobs in the TV making business with the X950G.
Next up, we had the highest end model that you can get your hands on. It costs more than the rest, but it does do its job extremely well.
If money is no issue and you want the very best, then you should definitely check out the LG E9. This is one of the most impressive OLED TVs ever designed, with amazing sound, great HDR content, beautiful design, and so much more. With this one, LG establishes itself as the best TV manufacturer in recent years. The biggest difference between the LG E9 and other LG TVs, at least in terms of design and build, is the superb glass panel on the front that looks amazing overall. This allows you to have a more immersive experience, and basically nothing will distract you. My favourite thing about the LG E9 is that its stand allows it to sit nearly flush with the desk to give a beautiful look. Looking at it from the aesthetics point, you'll notice that the LG E9 is an amazing TV. Moving on, the LG E9 has VESA mounting holes in the back for wall mounting, but it's better on a low desk thanks to its near flush design and slim bezels. On the back, there's also the connectivity ports that give you plenty to work with, including 4 HDMI ports, 3 USB ports, optical, etc. I have nothing but praise for the WebOS Smart platform, and you already know how I feel about the Magic Remote. Moving on, I have to mention the performance of this 65-inch 4K OLED TV. This beast is equipped with a second-generation A9 intelligent processor that delivers better colour, brightness, contrast, and also upscales the content appropriately. It's all an automated process by AI, and it's excellent. HDR content works like a charm, and everything is optimised to elevate your viewing experience. LG has clearly made a statement here.